Yeah, well, thanks, guys. Welcome to Norway. We've had to come all the way to Scandinavia to test drive the very first Mercedes-Benz electric SUV. I'm going to put it on the road and find out if all the hype is actually true.
Mercedes-Benz chose Oslo in Norway because it is the world's first electric vehicle city. Last month, over 53% of the vehicles sold were electric. Norway's second largest industry is hydropower, so they have lots of clean electricity. For these reasons, there is no better place to test Mercedes-Benz's first electric SUV. Michael Keltz is the chief engineer for the Mercedes-Benz EQC.
Our goal was to do a real Mercedes, and a real Mercedes has to be very comfortable, should not be noisy, so very quiet. Our major goal was to get a quiet electric car, keep out these tram noises, the electric noises you sometimes hear, so that we get as less noises as you can.
Job 1 achieved, the EQC is extremely quiet. In fact, the only noise you can actually hear in the cabin is the tyres connecting to the road.
Operating this vehicle is very similar to driving a gas GLC, except for one major difference. When you put your foot down, because this doesn't have a regular transmission, it has instantaneous torque, and whoo, it really goes.
How many electric vehicles could you name that are ugly?
One of the problems with electric vehicles is they always look like electric vehicles. Mercedes has worked really hard to make this look like a member of the Mercedes-Benz family. Big Mercedes emblem up front, but that whole dynamic changes the second that you hit the start button.
Apart from the light display, the vehicle obviously runs silently. If you've never experienced driving an electric car, it's actually quite fun. But electric vehicles have always been hampered by the amount of range and the time it takes to recharge them. Although final figures aren't in for the EQC, it will have a range of well over 200 miles on a single charge and will recharge from 10% to 90% in 40 minutes at a high-capacity charger. In true German safety fashion, Mercedes has also made sure that the new EQC will lead.
The job of the Mercedes-Benz safety team is to make sure that the EQC meets all of Mercedes-Benz stringent safety standards. They've crashed a whole lot of these vehicles, and the result is they've put a special barrier around the motor on the inside of this vehicle to make sure it's protected from the cabin.
The new EQC comes with all the luxury accoutrements that you expect from Mercedes-Benz, including the MBUX system where you can talk to the car. And the inside will be extremely familiar to Mercedes owners, with a huge screen that stretches halfway across the dash and gives you all the latest technology that the German car manufacturer can offer.
Well, got a chance to be one of the first people in the world to drive the brand new Mercedes-Benz EQC, and it drives very much like a GLC. It's of course built on the same chassis, but it has different mode settings, and one of those is maximum range, where the vehicle doesn't allow you to speed, and every ounce of electricity which can be regenerated goes back into the battery.
All the testing yet has to be done stateside to see what the final range will be. Other things we also don't know is how much this new piece of technology will cost.
All right, guys, here's the bad news. You're going to have to wait until 2020 to get your hands on a brand new Mercedes-Benz EQC. In Norway, I'm Nick Miles.